Today, we've got some exciting news about the iPhone 16's repairability, something that Apple has been working on to address complaints and improve user experience. This is especially important given the European Union's push for more repairable devices. Let's dive into how the iPhone 16 is making it easier for users and technicians to repair the phone, especially when it comes to battery replacement. We all know that in recent years, removing smartphone batteries has become a painful process. It used to be simple. Just pop open the back and swap out the battery. But with modern phones, it's glue, pull tabs, and a lot of frustration. The iPhone 15 didn't fare too well in repairability tests, which put Apple in a tight spot, especially with the EU demanding more repairable devices. So how does Apple respond? By introducing a preheat battery removal trick for the iPhone 16. The new adhesive that holds the battery in place is special. With just a low voltage current, you can loosen the adhesive and easily remove the battery. Sounds like a dream, right? You don't need a high-tech solution either. A regular 9-volt battery from your local store is all it takes to get the job done. Simply apply the current and the adhesive weakens, allowing you to pull the battery out without hassle. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. While the new adhesive makes battery removal easier on the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus, it seems like Apple has restricted this feature. For some reason, the iPhone 16 Pro models don't get this special adhesive. It's unclear why Apple made this decision, but it's something to keep in mind if you're looking to purchase the Pro version. This adhesive trick isn't the only thing Apple is doing to improve repairability. The company is redesigning the internal components of the iPhone 16 to make them more accessible. For instance, a phone has been re-engineered to generate less heat. Less heat means less stress on internal components, which can improve the overall lifespan of your device. One standout feature is the TrueDepth camera system. Now, the TrueDepth camera can be swapped between iPhones without any issues. This is a big deal for those who are into DIY repairs or for professional technicians who handle multiple devices. The easier it is to swap parts, the more likely the phone will score higher in repairability tests. One of the most exciting features for the iPhone 16 is the new Repair Assistant. This tool is a game changer because it allows anyone to configure parts on an iPhone without having to contact Apple directly. In the past, Apple devices were notorious for locking themselves if they detected third-party or foreign parts. But now, with Repair Assistant, you can easily swap out parts without worrying about your iPhone bricking itself. This shift towards greater user autonomy is a big win for the right to repair movement. It shows that Apple is taking consumer feedback seriously and that the company is ready to evolve. Apple is the only one making strides in repairability. Companies like Samsung and Google are also jumping on board. Samsung, for instance, is in iPhone 16 are definitely encouraging. More repairable phones mean better devices for all of us. If manufacturers continue to prioritize user-friendly repairs, we'll see longer-lasting phones that are easier to maintain and upgrade. So there you have it. The iPhone 16 is making waves with its innovative battery removal trick and other repair-friendly features. While it's not perfect, it's a step in the right direction, and it's great to see Apple and other brands starting to take repairability seriously. What are your thoughts on the new iPhone 16? Are you excited about these changes, or do you think more needs to be done? Let me know in the comments section. That's it for today. As always, see you in the next video. Just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, when you don't clearly expect any other major changes, we're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.